What is up, YouTube family? All right, so here we are. This is the first actual edition of Aaron's Protein Kitchen. All right, so we are going to specialize in high protein, low calorie recipes. Easy to make. I'm all about convenient and also prepping ahead of time, because whenever you're a busy person, you work a full-time job, you're a parent, or you have other commitments, the last thing you need to do is be in the kitchen every single day. So I like to make things ahead of time, either on the weekends or on the day that I have time for the rest of the week, so that if I'm needing something for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, whatever meal I need, I have that available in the fridge and ready to go at a moment's notice. So today I'm going to be making my spinach, ham, egg, cheese casserole. So this is a high protein, low calorie, easy to make casserole. Just throw it in the oven. First thing we're gonna do, first of all, before we get into this video, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment for the algorithm, all right? So we are going to continue to spread faith, fitness, facts, nutrition, and everything that helps you be healthy mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and all the above. All right, let's get into this. First we're gonna do is we are going to preheat the oven at 450 degrees. Now I know that sounds hot, but trust me, you're gonna wanna preheat the oven to 450 degrees. All right, I'm gonna get my island ready here, get my ingredients. All right, super simple prep here. All right, what I always like to have on hand are some cake pans that are aluminum disposable cake pans. Eliminate dishes, and they're not that expensive. It's like $1.97 at Walmart or something like that. It used to be $1. I think they're $1.25 at the Dollar General, Dollar Tree, or whatever. Yeah, they're $1.25 at the Dollar Tree, and the Dollar Tree is no longer $1. It's $1.25. So that is inflation. Thank you very much, President Biden. Appreciate you. All right, not gonna get into that. All right, here we go. All right, so before we do anything else, we're gonna do some Pam real quick. Spray on our disposable pan there. I'll throw this away. All right, so high protein, low calorie. So we are trying to hit our protein goals. How much protein in a day should you eat, might you ask? Well, that is a good question. And it is according to research that anywhere from 0.8 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight is good for somebody who is trying to build muscle or maintain muscle while being at a calorie deficit and trying to lose body fat. Now, you don't really need that much protein to build muscle if you're trying to gain weight in general. Say if you're too lean, or you're below weight, then you don't really need that much protein. You just need more calories in general. And you can get away with maybe 1 to 2 grams per kilogram body weight, which comes to like 0.6 grams per pound or something like that if you're trying to gain weight. But for the most part, most people in America need to lose weight. So we are at 60% of Americans are either overweight or obese. So the majority of the population, we're trying to lose weight, trying to get healthier, because obesity and being overweight puts you at higher risk for all kinds of comorbidities, as far as type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and a bunch of hosts of other issues that come along with being overweight or obese. So we're trying to lose weight, we're trying to build muscle so that we can be healthier overall. So what we have here is we are going to have some egg whites. So I have an open container of egg whites and an unopened container of egg whites. We have fat-free cheddar cheese, a container of spinach, and so fat-free mozzarella cheese, fat-free cheddar cheese. You can switch this out for part skim mozzarella. That's not gonna add that many calories and that many fats to the recipe. We have breakfast ham from Aldi, and we also have a container of spinach from Aldi. Like I said, an open container of egg whites, an unopened container of egg whites. So what we are gonna start doing first is actually, we're gonna open up, let's close that. We are gonna open up our container of spinach. Now, I like to let the spinach wilt a little bit. So as the oven is preheating, I'm gonna add the spinach in there, and I'm gonna put that in the oven and let that wilt a little bit while it is preheating so it gets the temperature. So that'll wilt the spinach, and it'll be easier to mix in with the casserole. All right, now we're gonna get our mix container. So for the mixture of egg whites, we are going to do 1,200 grams of egg whites. Don't ask me how I came up with that number. I just had some left over and I figured out, okay, this whole thing by itself is 900 grams. How can we get more protein? And let's fill this pan up a little bit more. And it actually ended up being the perfect amount of eggs and the thickness to the pieces of egg white casserole that I wanted in my mix. All right, and also in my casserole. That's how kind of, I wanted a thick square, thick piece, filled me up. So 1,200 grams of egg whites. Let's do it. All right, so we're gonna go with the older container first and see how much we have. And we are filling her up. This is easy instead of cracking a whole bunch of eggs. And I mean, egg whites, the price has gone up a little bit. Price of everything has gone up a little bit. Thank you, inflation. All right, here we go. 700, 800, 900, 1100. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close. 1154, 62, 91, 1,202. That's all right. A little extra is not gonna hurt anything. All right, 1,202 grams. Now when we're done with that, we're gonna get rid of the scale because we don't need that currently. Actually, we will need the scale again because we're gonna weigh out our cheese. All right, so in the egg white mixture, all right, so in the egg white mixture, we are gonna go with a little bit of onion powder. It's about the end of that. Looks like I'm gonna need to get some more of that at Aldi. We have some garlic powder. Now, you can get creative with this. You don't have to do exactly what I do as far as seasoning. Salt and pepper. Now, there's already a decent amount more sodium in egg white and processed egg whites than there is in regular egg whites, as if you crack an egg or whatever. So if you have blood pressure issues or whatever, mind the sodium. But if you don't have blood pressure issues, put as much salt in there as you want, because when you're working out and you're sweating a lot, you need that salt. All right, so I'm gonna throw that away. All right, we'll give that a little whisk. Give that a little whisk, and we will set that aside until we are ready to pour it in. All right, let's get rid of this. All right, next what we are gonna do is we're gonna weigh out our cheese just to have it ready to go. All right, so this is for the mozzarella and this is for the cheddars. Now I'm gonna mix the mozzarella in with the egg whites, and then the cheddar I'm gonna put on top just to give it a little color on the top. So let's go ahead with 112 grams, which is 4 servings and 180 calories. All right, 112 grams, there it is. So that's what 112 grams look like of cheese. 4 servings, 180 calories, not too bad. All right, if you've never weighed out serving sizes, you should try doing that. Weigh out and track everything for at least a week, if not for a couple days, just to see how many calories are in how little servings look. If you ever want to be depressed, weigh out an actual serving of peanut butter or cereal or ice cream. It's very eye-opening. All right, 112 grams of fat-free cheddar cheese. Now, if you want to use, reduced fat cheese, go right ahead. It's just going to be more calories, and if it fits in your calories and your macros for the day, then by all means use that. I like to use fat-free because it's less calories and I can eat more. I'm a big volume guy. I like volume. All right, so that is ready to go, and woo, yeah, we got some wilted spinach. Look at that. All right. So now that the spinach is wilted, I am going to place this over here, cut up my ham. All right, let's put the egg whites back. Egg whites and cheese going back in the fridge. All right, and then we can toss this one. All right, and I'm gonna get some gloves to cut up this ham. All right, I need a cutting board. Cutting board, here we go. All right, so for the ham, collapse this down a little bit. All right, we are gonna dice up this ham. And why did I choose ham? Because honestly, it was cheap and it's very low calorie, 60 calories for 10 grams of protein. So I tend to look at the 10 for 10 rule. So for every 100 calories, 10 grams of protein. That's kind of where I want to be, especially when you're choosing just protein sources. Don't be fooled by protein marketing or high protein foods or foods that claim to be high protein. Make sure you check the nutrition facts, make sure you check the label and see how many calories to how much protein you're actually getting. And we like to stay within that 100 calories to 10 grams of protein, 200 calories, 20 grams of protein. Now you can go up a little bit higher or whatever. I think I've seen protein bars that are 220 calories for 20 grams of protein, or milk 220 calories for 20 grams of protein. That's fine, it's okay. But don't get duped into thinking that something is high protein when it's really not. I'm gonna give you an example. Now, I am calling out my wife on this, I know, whatever. You can eat whatever you want. Just remember that just because it says granola protein, we've got 220 calories and only 10 grams of protein. And the source of protein, soy protein, which you can get all of your amino acids in that, but 32 grams of carbs, 14 grams of added sugar, and 7 grams of fat. You're getting most of your calories from carbs and fat. That doesn't seem like a protein granola to me. It seems like a carbs and fat granola. So if you're getting more calories from fats and more calories from carbs than you are for protein in something that claims to be protein, then you're being duped, all right? So check the labels, know the facts. All right, here we go. We are going to cube this up. If I can get this, well, thought I could get it open. All right, we're just gonna cut it open like this. I am not the best at this, I promise. Let me see here, am I supposed to tear this? Whatever, all right, there we go. Since I'm using all of this, I don't really care about resealing it, so I'm not worried about the Ziploc part. All right, all of this ham is gonna go in to our casserole. All right, and I'm just gonna stack it all evenly here. It's like a deck of cards. This really gives some good flavor to this egg white casserole. All right, let's just cube it up. Cubes, long strips. This is just a great, easy recipe to do. Doesn't take long. Longest part's in the oven, and you can go about your day while it's cooking in the oven. All right, so that's all cubed up, ready to go. All right, so I'm gonna toss all that in to this pan. Spread it all around, get rid of the knife because I'm done with that. Spread this all around, spread the spinach around, shred it up a little bit. The more you mix it in, the more it's gonna spread out. All right, so that spinach really cooks down to almost not a lot of spinach, but you're gonna get some of your vitamins and some of your fiber from that spinach as you eat it in your egg white casserole. And it's great for performance, a lot of good micronutrients in spinach. All right, next we're gonna throw in the mozzarella to mix in there, okay. All right, and then next is going in is the egg whites, Let's put in the egg whites next. Get another mix here, make sure all the seasonings, all the season that I put in there is mixed nicely. And we're just gonna pour that in really fast. All right, yeah, okay. Now, be careful, this is gonna get flimsy. So what I should have done before I poured, now I'm gonna mix it just a little bit more here, just to get everything evenly mixed, because I'm gonna set this on another pan, just so it doesn't topple when I try to put it in the oven or take it out of the oven. Another smaller pan here, wash that, set that guy right on top of there. All right. So, and what I'm gonna do is for 45 minutes, I'm gonna cover it with some foil. I'm gonna cover it with some aluminum foil and let it cook for about 45 minutes. Come back, check it, maybe mix it up a little bit more, let it cook for another 45 minutes, and then we should have ourselves an egg casserole. And then I will come back and show you the finished product. All right, and like that, now we will wait. I will do some more work on some other videos and some other projects. All right, peace. All right, so it's been about 45 minutes and we are going to check on the casserole. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Woo, yeah. All right, so we're gonna mix this John around a little bit, just with a fork. So I'm gonna show you here what we got. So it's still a little, I would say, not done. Still not done at all. So we got a while to go yet. I'm gonna mix that around just with a fork. All right, so we gotta put that in the oven. I'm gonna put that in the oven uncovered for another half an hour and see where we're at after that. All right, so my timer went off. We're gonna check it out here. Oh yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that. I'm gonna do a little, I don't know if that's completely done. I don't think it is, but we can give it a check. So, oh yeah, it's still a little watery, but that's not too bad. That wateryness comes from the spinach. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna kind of deflate it just a little bit, which is okay, because then that'll reseal. Once I stick it back in the oven for another 10 minutes or so, put the cheddar cheese on top. Put the cheddar cheese on top and let it melt. See, that doesn't look great right now, but it's gonna look fine whenever I'm done. That crisp on top is gonna be great. All right, so we're gonna do another 10 minutes in the oven with the cheese on top, cheddar cheese. Just gonna spread it as evenly as possible with the serving size that we have available. And then a little trick with fat-free cheese. Sometimes it gets a little weird. You can just do a little spray olive oil on top. Just a dab will do ya, and that'll cook up nicely in the oven. Another 10 minutes to go. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes, so I'm gonna take that out. The cheese is all the way melted, and we're looking good here. Looking good. Just gonna check it, make sure we're, oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna show you what we're working with here. This is what it looks like, finished product. As you can see, nice and congealed. It is ready for consumption and ready for the week. I'm gonna cut it into 12 pieces, and I can tell you what the calories are per piece on the screen right here, and just let you know that that's very easy to do. The longest really is just the time in the oven. So it was about total an hour and a half in the oven. So yeah, super simple, super easy, high protein, low calorie. All right, once again, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment for the algorithm. If you want to see any more recipes, just let me know in the comments and I can make those for you. I can even experiment with any random recipes you like. All right, peace.